Hi all, this is Dr. J returning after a small break where class had time to work on some classwork, lab work, which is integrated into this course. 1 hour a week is one of the 4 hours is dedicated to doing classwork. So classwork is an integral part of the grade, and it's actually 50% considering the circumstances, and 50% will be homework. And no exams are planned at this time, unless I can figure out a way to give exams that are totally foolproof, so to speak. But I doubt that that's the case. So while we're waiting for some people to filter in, I'm going to go back to the program that I assigned. Now, I don't really want to give the entire solution, so I've got a little bit of a dilemma. Let's see how we get around that. And do share screen. Okay. Minimize this. And see if my C++ dev C's, it's been acting a little flaky lately on me. I don't know why. I've been having to close it and open it again, which obviously you shouldn't have to do. Okay, things look better. So where did we leave off? We did a review of the assignment statement for integers. And then I decided to go ahead and use double, which allows for more flexibility. And I'm simulating the problem with the quadratic equation. And I said not to use an if statement, trust the data. So I'm trusting that there are solutions. So let's take an example of something that we know there are solutions to. If we do x minus 2 times x plus 1, what do we get? X squared minus 2x plus x is minus x minus 2. So minus x minus 2 would work. So that would be a equal 1, b equal minus 1, and c equal minus 2. Then b squared would be 1, and minus 4ac would be 8, is 1 and 8 is 9, square root is 3. So we see that we're going to get some kind of a solution to that. And so let's use that as an example. I'm just going to lay out some more of the outline of this. We don't need any of this really above it. So let me get rid of it. I'm going to give a little bit more of a hint. I'm not going to do the entire program, because that would defeat the purpose. But maybe a little bit more of a hint is okay. So let's see. Not a hint so much. Let's say more of an outline. So let's do an instruction to the user. coefficients of the quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx, I'll just call them A, B, C. Make sure the discriminant, I'll be more specific, make sure there are two real roots. Let me cut this short right here. Writing too long a sentence. Assuming people know what the discriminant is, b squared minus 4ac. I think that's pretty safe assumption. Anyway, I just said it. And semicolon. Okay, now it's Cn. And let's Cn at one time A, B, and C. Let's just echo it out. I'm going to separate it by blank space. So we'll get the C, A, B, C echoed out. Of course, if I make syntax errors, the compiler will pick it up. So you got to be a little bit careful, but not all that careful, I guess. I'll use an endline. All right. Let's just see thus far how it looks. And run it, compile it and run it. This of course is not a complete program, it's just testing it thus far. Strange. It gave me the previous program. So I guess I have to save this thing. Huh. It's been saved. Not quite sure why it gave me the previous result. Try it again. Permission denied. Gave me an error on the compile. Some reason it wants to do the other one. So what's running is probably the old one. Let's take a look. My compilers and I are not having a good time together today. My IDE. It's taking a long time to show me the results. Rather than wait for it, it's going to be wrong anyway, probably be the old one. Let's exit out and run it again. Permission denied. Really giving me a hard time. Close all. Close all. Try it again. Compile. Compile. Permission denied. I don't know. I don't know. It's picking up the old one. Don't know why. Oh, this is .cpp. Yeah, that's right. Don't know. This whole thing being dark is not a good looking sign to me. Should I clear history? I'll just clear history, see if that does anything. I don't think that does a doggone thing. Guess what? Permission is denied. Huh. Very strange. Very, 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 very strange. Cannot open input file C:. Can't read this. Cannot open input file C. I'm going to do something very desperate. Control C. Close everything and make a new one. This looks strange though. Shouldn't be dark like that. Try reopening something else before I do that. I cleared the history. Try reopening a different program. You know, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna fool around with something here. What I do? I hit Control C instead. Did the wrong thing. Control A, Control C. Close this thing up. Open up another one. Control A, Control V. I'm going to call it something different. I will call it quad equation. This might work. I don't know why I think it's going to work, but I think it's going to work. I think it looks good. Run. Now, why I had to do all that, I have no idea. Maybe it's time to download the latest version of DevC. It's probably giving me a hint. What does it say here? Yeah, it's waiting for input. It says here, enter the coefficients. So what did I say? 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, and minus 2, right? B squared minus 1 minus 4 is, say, that would be 9. All right, that should work. Anyway, I don't care about the solutions. And did it echo it? Can't see. One minus 1 minus 2. 1 minus 1 minus 2. It echoed it. Okay, so far so good. And maybe we should look at computing the discriminant first and print that out. I'll give another hint. So let me add that a D. Every time I add to this thing, it doesn't want to work anymore, but let's give it a try. So I X'd out everything, right? X'd out everything. All right. All right, so let's give it a try. Discriminant. So if we want to compute the discriminant, it's B squared minus 4AC. So B squared, we do B star B minus 4 times A times C. 4 times A times C. Let's print that out. And hopefully my compiler, my DevC, will not go crazy on it. We hope. All right, I'm scared, but here goes. I'm scared to give it a try, but I'm going to give it a try. Uh-oh, what happened? Discriminant undeclared. I thought I declared it. I didn't declare it. Okay, no problem. Comma DISC. Now keep your fingers crossed. Clean compile, it's working. Good. All right, so what did I enter again? 1 minus 1 and minus 2, right? Doesn't seem to be working. Try it again. I had a clean compile, it should have worked. 1, minus 1, minus 2, enter. Maybe it just takes a while. What the heck? Enter the 3 coefficients. Didn't I just do that? I'll do it again. 1, minus 1, and minus 2. Doesn't seem to be working. Doesn't even want to echo it. All right, Dr. J's having a tough time with this IDE for some reason. I mean, b squared minus 4ac, there's nothing wrong with that. See out discriminant, nothing wrong with that I could see. System pause. It doesn't even do what it did before. Let's just see something. If we comment out the 2 lines that we added, it worked before, it should work now, right? We would hope. All right, minus 1. 1. Oops. 1, minus 1, minus 2. That is a little annoying. Let me see if people are around. Go back to StreamYard. This is what programming is sadly all about. Sometimes you have problems with things that are not under your control. So whoever was here, if anybody, seems to have left, while Dr. J is just twiddling his thumbs. All right, I'll send this anyway. I don't think there's anything wrong with this, other than the flaky compiler. Let me take another look. Looks okay to me. One last try. If it works now, I don't know why it would, but that didn't work before. But then again, I don't know why it wouldn't. And I entered it. So if it entered correctly, it would have computed the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac. Would have printed it out and given me the correct message. I don't know. Did I save this? I'm sure I did. I saved it. No, I didn't call it that. quadratic equation. One more try playing with this idea. It's called quadratic equation. That's maybe my problem. Quadratic equation. Okay, let's try this. That's probably the same result. Compile. Run. All right, I'm going to leave that thing that AVG might be interfering. I think I did something. I hit the wrong key. If it can go wrong, it does go wrong. What the heck? I think it's AVG. I think my problem is AVG. I mean, there's no way it should take this long to get the result. So let's X this out again. Well, it was still running. Maybe I need to close it and open it. I'm blaming it on my virus scan. That's my only thing I can think of that's actually likely to be doing this. Maybe if I X that out right away. Try it now. Same thing. It's not echoing it anymore. Yeah, it's very strange. All right, so I'm going to stop. I'm sorry we didn't get the result I wanted, but you finish it at home if you haven't already. So you'll send it into my email, and I'll see you all next week. I invite you all to Skype with me. I would actually like that. So I'm requesting a Skype session. If you don't mind, Jerk Chess. Let me go back to that. So I want you to Skype with me with Jerk Chess. I want to hear from everybody. Now, of course, we can talk for a couple of minutes, or and I want to talk to everybody. So if it's just a general chat, no more than 5 minutes, figure. And if you have questions, we can go further than that. But I do want to hear from everyone on Skype, or at least email me your questions. And I'll see you all next Saturday. Bye. Hope you have a good week. Stay safe. Stay away from sneezing, coughing, germs. We're all becoming germaphobes out of necessity. Ciao. Bye, Jan.